Good day, everyone. This is Rhoda, and for our group's FMA 3, here is step 6 of our social marketing and social mobilization plan, UBAY, or You Before Anyone Else, which targets to encourage HIV testing among the Filipino youth through digital activism. This is accordingly aligned with SDG 3, Good Health and Well-Being, which tackles the target of addressing communicable diseases by 2030. Step 6 will be about the monitoring and evaluation of the program. This topic will emphasize Velasco et al.'s component strategies in conducting any social marketing and mobilization plan, and that is to ensure where we are in the program, how far from our objective are we at, or are we making progress to the attainment of our goals. All of these concerns are addressed in the project's monitoring and evaluation scheme. Here is an overview for this project's M&E scheme. As you may observe, we have integrated the communication design and evaluation system framework to tailor the processes of how this project will be monitored and evaluated from start to finish. Let us now go over the components one by one. At the start of every SOCMOB and SOCMAR plan, a formative evaluation of the social issue the program wishes to address is integral to its success. This creates the baseline information. We may need to know how to start and also establish the parameters for how we will determine if the program was a success or not. In this project, the following methods shall be employed: literature review, a needs assessment, in depth interviews and focus group discussions, surveys, observations, and pre testing. As part of the formative evaluation, we shall also conduct a goals and objectives review. This helps us set a clear path of where we wish our program to go, which in turn helps with the whole evaluation process, as these are also clear statements of what we wish to achieve. In this program, our main objectives are as follows. Number one, to increase online driven HIV testing uptake, measured through post engagements, clicks to testing resources, and appointment bookings. Second, reduce stigma around testing and medication, measured through positive sentiment and engagement. For each main objective, we have already identified the key performance indicators. These are specific statements that express what we wish to attain by the end of the program. For main objective number one, we have to achieve at least 5,000 total posts engagements across digital campaign within the first 3 months of launch. Second, generate a minimum 10% click through rate to HIV testing resources, testing information pages, or booking platforms within this period. Secure at least 300 HIV testing appointment bookings or confirmed inquiries directly through the campaign links and online referral channels within the first 3 months. For our main objective number two, we also wish to increase engagement rate on stigma related posts by 25%, improve positive sentiment toward testing and medication by 20% based on comment analysis, and lastly, increase reach and impressions of anti stigma content by 30%. To monitor the progress of each KPI, we will use a combination of digital and mixed methods. Social media analytics will track engagement, reach, and impressions in real time, allowing us to adjust strategies quickly. Click through rates will be measured using tracked links to assess how effectively content drives user interest. And we will also track conversions, such as HIV testing bookings and inquiries, to capture actual behavior change. And content performance analysis will help identify which messages, especially stigma related posts, are most effective. In addition, sentiment analysis and social listening will be used to assess changes in public attitudes and broader online discourse around HIV. Finally, we will triangulate multiple data sources, including analytics, surveys, and qualitative data, to strengthen the validity and reliability of our findings. The data for monitoring will come from multiple sources. We will use built in social media analytics to track engagement, reach, and impressions in real time. Web analytics and tracked links will measure click through rates and user traffic to HIV testing resources. Booking platforms and referral systems will provide data on actual testing inquiries and appointments, serving as evidence of behavior change. We will also use social listening tools or manual coding to analyze public comments and assess shifts in attitudes and stigma. An internal content tracking system will help us compare the performance of different messages and types, particularly stigma related content. In addition, online surveys will capture audience perceptions and intentions, while data from partner clinics will validate actual testing uptake. By combining these sources, we ensure a more comprehensive and reliable assessment of both engagement and real world impact. And to effectively track progress and measure impact, the program will use a tiered monitoring system. Daily monitoring will focus on engagement, reach, and impressions to assess real time performance and allow quick adjustments. Weekly monitoring will analyze trends in engagement rates, click through rates, and content performance, helping guide more informed tactical decisions. Monthly monitoring will focus on deeper outcomes such as HIV testing inquiries, bookings, and overall conversion rates, since behavior change takes time. This structured approach ensures we capture immediate responses, short term trends, and long term outcomes in a systematic and meaningful way. And finally, for impact evaluation, this program shall adopt the randomized control group design for evaluation with the implementation of mixed method components to allow for qualitative data analysis. A randomized control group design is recommended for this program because it provides the strongest basis for attributing observed changes in HIV testing uptake and stigma reduction directly to the campaign by comparing outcomes between exposed and unexposed groups while minimizing bias and external influences. This is especially important in digital environments where multiple factors can affect behavior simultaneously. To complement this, a mixed method component will be integrated, such as focus group discussions and key informant interviews, which will help explain how and why the campaign influences attitudes and behaviors, while social media sentiment analysis will capture real time shifts in public discourse and stigma online. Together, this combination strengthens both the internal validity and contextual understanding of the evaluation, which aligns with best practices in impact evaluation and health communication research. This M&E framework integrates these methods in order for us to monitor and evaluate our program and hopefully drive it to a successful end by the end of the implementation period. Here are our references for this presentation, and thank you so much for listening.